What's up, guys? So this video, we're going to talk about getting shredded. We're going to talk about lowering our body fat percentage to get that beautiful, sexy six-pack of abs that you want. Just that ripped, jacked look, feel, presentation, display. Just that nice ripped look on all your muscles on your shoulders. You're going to have bicep veins. You're going to have veins coming out your thighs. You're going to have veins everywhere. You're going to be shredded. You're going to be jacked. So a lot of people, when they get into the gym, they want a six pack. That's like the number one thing everybody wants, right? At least for men. They're like, I want a six pack. I want a big chest or whatever. But what they really want is they want to be shredded. They want to have a low body fat percentage, because it's not necessarily how big your muscles are and how much muscle mass that you have. It's how shredded you are. How shredded are you? How jacked are you? That's really what it is. Because, I've seen guys with huge muscles, huge body mass monsters, but their physique just isn't aesthetic because it's not. There's no shred to it, man. There's no leanness to it. So today's a very important video. We're gonna give you guys the full guide on how to get shredded. Step one. This is the Bible right here. This is the gospel. This is almost the end all be all when it comes to getting shredded. That is a calorie deficit. I'm sure you guys know. I'm sure you guys heard of a calorie deficit before. The most simple thing in the world. Very simple, right? It's just calories in, calories out. So you got to be at a specific calorie range depending on your height and weight. And it's going to be in a deficit. So it's just going to be a little bit below how much calories your body needs to maintain its weight, right? Because if you eat a certain amount of calories, you're going to be the same weight. Let's say 2,500 calories is your regular calorie maintenance. You're going to be the same weight forever. Now, when you go up to 3,000 calories, you eat that every day, you're going to slowly gain weight every single day. Whether it's half a pound, whether it's 1 pound, whether it's a quarter of a pound, your calorie maintenance is 2,500. You're eating 3,000 calories. So you're going to slowly gain weight every single day. That's what we call a calorie surplus. Since we're in America, one of the fattest countries in the world, you're probably not trying to be in a calorie surplus. Most people here in the States are trying to they're trying to shift towards a calorie deficit, right? So let's say your maintenance is 2,500. We go down to 2,000 calories. Now we're in a deficit. Now every day we're going to be losing however much, half a pound, quarter of a pound, who knows? I don't know how fat you are. I can't make these calculations for everybody. I have such a huge audience watching. I couldn't possibly know the demographic, the size, the age range. It's too many people watching. But that's pretty much the gist of it. I'm a pretty big guy, but my calorie deficit amount of calories was about 2,000 to 2,100. So that's like maybe 2 big meals, maybe 3 smaller to medium meals. That's going to be like 2,100 calories. So you could dress it up however you want. You could just do high protein snacks throughout the day. You could do shakes and smoothies. You could mix it up, man. You could go crazy with it if you really want to. You know me, I'm a chicken and rice guy. I'm OG. I'm a classic. never going out of style. Chicken and rice. I don't care what you guys say. Chicken and rice, with some hot sauce in there when I'm feeling spicy. Really, I just can't cook. I don't feel like cooking, I feel like it's an insult. So I just do chicken and rice just because it's the easiest thing. I mean, I would go in there, maybe get some salmon, some greens, some things like that if I was really going to just go all out in the kitchen and just have a field day. But I'm busy, man. I got a lot of stuff going on. So we'll see how that goes. But that's definitely number one, calorie deficit. That's the most important. Now that we're in a calorie deficit, and a lot of people, I'm going to be, you guys know I keep it real on this channel, full transparency. Calorie deficit isn't the easiest thing in the world. You're going to have cravings. You're going to have cravings. And a lot of people, how they respond to a calorie deficit is, okay, I'm hungry. I'm trying to force myself not to eat. I'm trying to walk past these snacks, and I'm trying to say no to this food, and I'm trying to recluse myself from all of these cravings I'm getting. So when they do start to eat, like, okay, finally I can eat. I've been starving myself for 4 hours or whatever. They can't stop themselves. They just go into this insatiable hunger rage, and they eat way more than they would have ever ate if they didn't try to do this calorie deficit. I'm speaking from experience, and I know a lot of people that happened to as well. So, there are ways, there are supplements and things like that, peptides that could help. I'm sure you guys, I don't know if you heard of retatrutide. Some people know about it, some people don't. It's pretty big on TikTok. It's pretty big in general. If you're in the wellness space, supplement space, you probably know about it. It's a GLP, it suppresses your appetite. So it's really good when it comes to cutting, because not only you're going to be in a calorie deficit, you're going to be in a everything deficit. You're not going to want to, because it's a dopamine thing. It's not just like food. So it really gets you locked in. Life in general, I'm talking about being on the phone, other addictions that you may have, helps with that too. But retatrutide is something that it's just the best thing when it comes to being in a calorie deficit. There's other supplements and herbs and vitamins that people try to use, and it's all cope. It's all just cope. They might slightly help you, but if you're gonna do anything, do retatrutide. It's completely safe. It's not a steroid. Stop being a baby. And I'm not even telling you to do it. I'm just saying, if you're going to do it, if you're going to go on a cut and you're going to try to take some type of supplement, but by all means, go to TikTok, do your TikTok research on it, because it is 2025. That is the best, most credible, knowledgeable site that we do have to offer. So do some research, for a couple of days to see if it's something that you would be interested in. We got a lot of 17 to 18-year-old fitness influencers that's going to give you a whole a rundown on the product. I'm sure you'll learn a lot about it. Maybe some old washed up doctors on there as well, trying to get some clout, trying to come back and, spark their career back up after getting kicked out of their hospital or whatever for, not being competent or whatever. I'm not in the medical field. I don't know. I'm not sure. But that's definitely number one. So number two, big part, we got cardio. Everybody's best friend, everybody's favorite thing, cardio. So you probably like, hey, Andrew, what are you talking about cardio? You just said calories in, calories out. That's all I need. Exactly. So cardio is going to help you burn calories. So let's say you do slip up Let's say you couldn't help yourself. You ate a whole row of Oreos, the whole row. You even tried to like take the other Oreos from the other row and like put them back, like misplace them in all the other rows to like look like you didn't go as crazy as you did. But we know you did, and it's all right. It's all right. It's cool. This is a safe space. The cardio is going to help you burn the calories that you did eat throughout the day to bring your calories down. Now, unless you plan on playing 10 full court basketball games at LA Fitness 5v5, I wouldn't suggest like eating a lot of calories and then just like, oh, I'm just going to burn all these off. Because it's a lot harder to burn calories than it is to stuff calories in your face. Because, let's see. You can get on I like the Stairmaster when I'm doing my cardio. I like that just because it builds your legs as well as burns fat as well. Burns calories, burns fat, but it also strengthens your legs, strengthens your quads, your hamstrings, everything like that, because it is kind of like a lunge. So that's why I like that. But we're talking about cardio. Yeah. But lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Calories. When you do hop on any one of these machines, like I do the Stairmaster and I burn like 200 calories just doing the Stairmaster for 20 minutes. And that's a long time. 200 calories, 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. Not a lot of people are really doing that. People are hopping 10, 15 minutes. And so unless you plan to like run for hours and burn 600-700 calories maybe, then I wouldn't suggest going crazy with the calories with the plan of, oh, I'm just going to burn these off later, because you're not going to burn all of them off, right? You could get a Big Mac meal. What is that? 1,600 calories for a Big Mac meal. Big Mac, fries, and a drink. 1,600 calories probably. I mean, you would have to be running for like 6 hours to burn all that off. So it'll help, but it'll help to a certain point. But what we're going to aim for cardio, bare minimum 10,000 steps a day, right? Because that's just going to get you right in general. But in addition to that, I think one of the best forms of cardio is like incline walking. Hopping on the treadmill, do an incline walk, little maybe 2.8, 2.9 speed, a good little swift walk. We don't want to be on there just walking like we're just walking through the grocery store, just like we got all the time in the world. No, we want to get a little swift walk up there, may even break a sweat. And we're going to get an incline with it. And I think that's the best because, like I said, I used to do the Stairmaster, still do it sometimes, but what I found with the Stairmaster was I would go so hard on it, and maybe if you take it down a couple notches, it won't be like that, but I would go so hard on the Stairmaster that I would be burning muscle off. I would be losing muscle. So I would get off there and I would be looking a little bit smaller than I was. So I was like, oh yeah, nah. Because you guys know me, I'm jacked and I want to stay jacked. So we had to move into the low intensity type of cardio. So we're doing treadmill, incline, low speed. And I'm burning calories on there. It's not like I'm just, a soccer mom. It's not like I'm just a soccer mom, barely doing anything, barely seeing results. I mean, I'm burning a good amount of calories. So, and it's pretty easy. It's pretty smooth, pretty seamless. So I'm not like, oh man, I got to do cardio. I'm not trying to skip cardio. I'm not skipping out on cardio. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not limping on the way to the car. So I would think that's the best, just because you're gonna do it every day and you're never gonna miss it. So we got cardio, we got calorie deficit. To get shredded, those are the two main tenets, but just some side things I want to give you guys before the video is over. Every meal we want to focus on protein. We want to focus on getting the most amount of protein with the lowest amount of calories. That's the name of the game, especially when you're in a calorie deficit, because we don't have a lot of calories to spare here, right? And protein is the most important because that's going to give us our muscle. So if we're in a calorie deficit, we're not getting a lot of protein. Now we're just going to be small and small. We're just going to be little now. We're going to be little guys. And you don't want to be a little guy, right? You want to have muscles and be shredded. No muscles and shredded. Now you just look like, those long distance runners. They're shredded, but they don't have muscles. So, it's just like, what are you, a swimmer? You look like you look like a swimmer or a diver or something. And that's not what you want to look like. You want to look like a TikTok fitness influencer that got signed by Gymshark. Older people, you wouldn't get that. So you guys want to look like Mike Metzer or like George Plitt. What is his name? Greg Plitt. The motivational guy, Greg Plitt, I think is his name. R.I.P., by the way. He was a handsome guy, There's a lot of people out there that they're shredded that you could type aesthetic physique in, and then you could look at their physique, and get inspiration from that. But those are really the core things that are going to build your physique up for sure. And lastly is stay hydrated. Drink water with electrolytes in there. Splash of lemon, splash of lime. And you want to make sure that you're hydrated, because this is going to help the system flow. This is going to help the system flow, metabolism moving. This is going to get you sweating. This is going to help get that water weight, because you're going to be doing a lot of physical activity. So hydration is really key with this. We got hydration. We got high protein meals. We got calorie deficit. And we got cardio. And of course, workout, strength train, and then you're going to be shredded. That's all you need. That's all you need. So make sure you do that. If you want to get shredded, no excuses, guys. Stay disciplined. Don't miss a step. Don't skip out. Don't miss a day. Stay disciplined, man. You guys got this.